I wasn't even. You couldn't even hear me, man. Good morning. Good morning. Hold on. We in the mix, man. Let me get my real camera up. Huh? My real camera up. I don't even have my light on. Turn the light on. Let's turn the light on. It was raining all night long, by the way. I think it's not sure if it's still wet out there. I hate when the camera. You know what? Hold on. Let me spin this around. Huh? Good morning, man. Knicks Rehab. Yeah, we in the building. Come on, you know who I be. Respect on my name, StreamYard. Start, man. I just wanted to talk about Eminem just dropped the album. I did not listen to it. I do think he's one of the greatest rappers of all time. Is he in my top 10? No. Is he in my top 20? I don't think so. And I know nostalgia, what's going on, baby? Before we get into the show, right? Because I don't want you to think I'm just a hater. Right? I don't want you to think I'm just a hater. I don't hate. Flea thinks I'm a hater. Cool. Bunch of people think I'm a hater. I just like to speak my mind. For me, this song right here, Eminem was at his peak. So proud of song for water. So proud of those songs. And he still, to me, like he was rapping back then. I could actually listen to Eminem. We could strike that. Like Beeman Boy, I could actually YouTube has it now where I could scrub it out. So that whole time I could scrub out the music in the playback. And from now on, I'm gonna start for you guys, the members, I'm gonna give y'all anything that we scrub out, I'm gonna make it available for the members. So when we go really crazy and we have to edit stuff out, I'm gonna have the original because I don't know how to like with the members. I want to be able to start giving y'all stuff that we don't give everybody, right? That we can't give to everybody. Breeze. He's corny. You could say he's corny, but at that time he's rhyming on beat. Like ever since then, Eminem just stopped rapping off beat. I don't know if it's the narcotics, but the way people talk about M now, it's like the Candace Owens, who that's all political, but she ripped them apart, and she was just saying, "Yo, Eminem dissed her on a new album apparently," and she was like, "Yo, that's something you do when you first come up in rapping. Like you've been a legend or whatever it is, but you ain't been hot in 15 years, so you're resorting to this stuff." So to me, the Eminem thing is always gonna. I want to argue with Eminem fans and just let y'all know he ain't been dope in literally 20 years. He just hasn't. He stayed dissing women. Were you abused as a child, scared to smile? They call you ugly. You're right, but white people trying too much in our culture. See, but I don't think he's Elvis. I don't think he's the one who tried to. He's trying too hard by dissing the girls, by dissing the ladies, by dissing everybody. But he dissed a lot of people, Breeze and Nostalgic. That's my thing with Eminem. And even I just seen Lil Wayne come out. He did he was going at Kendrick with the whole "They Not Like Us," and he pulled out the OVO chain. Hey, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was dope in his prime. He's still, Lil Wayne is still nice. Lil Wayne is still nice. No, Eminem used to be good, Nostalgic Nick. He is no longer good. He is trash. That's my thing about Eminem. He's garbage. I seen Lil Wayne come out yesterday. He said, he's going at Kendrick Lamar. My thing is, Lil Wayne, you never went at anybody. I seen when Lil Wayne at his peak, when he featured Jay-Z on the song, the Mr. Carter song, I don't think he had a doper verse than Jay-Z. And to me, that's when I start seeing, like, when you're nice like that in New York, everyone says we just started comparing everybody. We've always compared rappers. I was too young to see Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim and Cool G Rap and all that. But my era, we went back and we listened to Big Daddy Kane on the symphony. Cool G Rap got off, but he ain't got no put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself. Kane got it. We were arguing about Biggie versus Jay-Z for years on Brooklyn's Finest or whatever song they did. If it was a group record, if it was how you call that? A posse cut? That's how they call a posse cut. But Phil Jackson was racist. A posse cut. We always compared everyone. Like, that's what we did. At least in my era, we just did. Video music box. Come on, man. Bum, 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 bum. So, yeah, Eminem is trash, man. Jay-Z was Biggie's son. I wouldn't say that. Jay-Z had Biggie shook. If we keeping it for real, Jay had Biggie shook. It's documented. Big facts, Nostalgic. We could, I can't wait to do the reactionary videos. I'll chronicleize all of that. Like Clark Kent was telling Biggie about Jay-Z for years. And then when he first heard him, Jay-Z's the reason why Biggie doesn't write. Or he didn't write. God bless the dead. Come on, man. Don't you do that. Please said he's getting in his bag. But I did want to start off with that. Like, I heard Eminem has a new album and he's garbage, guys. Before we go into I buy some time for the fellas to be able to join us. I do 7:45 because I come off of work and I'm good. And everybody else, we gotta, they gotta join us through their AI feature. I see some of y'all going in and out on the Knicks Rehab channel. So what? We're about to talk Knicks in a second. Get with us, man. This is us. And so listen, man, fam, you look like PD Crack. Yo, I was in Vegas. New York, we here. I was in Vegas. Hilarious story. We couldn't get into this club. And I tried to tell them I was PD Crack. PD Crack respectfully. Because they be on that. On the PCP. Respectfully, PD Crack. They told me, who? They said, who? You can't come in here. I said, yo, I'm gonna stay property, man. It's PD Crack, man. PD, you already got the number. Ring. Huh? Yo. Truth be told, they said Meek Mill took PD Crack flow. So let me get in my bag, man. Yeah, man. You know what that is. And while we here, baby. That good old dust. That sherm. Well, listen, I've never been on it, but I've seen the people love it. Yo, one for PD Crack. Fire. PD Crack got some classics. He was on a run, man. The one with Neo. Stay with me. I want you to stay. What? Huh? PD was representing for the Latinos. That leaky. Breezy, come on, Breezy. Stop it. All right, we got to get to the Knicks. We going too crazy right now. Alfred. I hate to break this to you. Big was shook of Jay-Z when he heard him rap, bro. He was still Jay. Do not get me wrong. Jay was shook of Big too when Biggs' brother was Big's brother. Biggs played Who Shot Ya for Jay-Z. And Jay-Z thought the world was over. Because Who Shot Ya was so crazy. And they didn't know each other at the time. I'm doing this and I'm doing the knowledge, baby. I'm connecting the dots. So there was a mutual respect there. But Clark Kent is like hip-hop's Forrest Gump. And he broke down how, I was telling Big about Jay. He doesn't write his rhymes. And then when he met him, he was like, what the hell? Like, he really did it on the spot. It took Biggie months to write Brooklyn's Finest. He went back and kept doing it. Then he started his whole thing, and they became like best friends afterwards. They'll talk about it. I'm telling you, listen, man, you listen to me, I have plenty of criticisms of Jay-Z, but the one thing you can't say is that he's not one of the greatest. And that was Big. Like, Big, remember, Big is rocking with him. And Nas really started that whole beef with them if we're keeping 1,000. But I'm not going to keep going. This started off because Eminem is garbage. He used to be nice. He used to rap on beat. He was shook, Alfred. They said he was scared. Biggie told Little C's, I think this guy's better than me. Listen. See, now that I know you guys are into this, I'm going to have, come on, man. It's back to Knicks Rehab. Come on, Faith. He ain't better than Nasir Jones. You don't want my opinion about that, man. It's 8 o'clock, man. It's time for Knicks Rehab. You don't want my opinion about that. Nas was kind of lazy, bro. And I'm from Queens. But Nas was lazy, bro. Nas wrote the blueprint for everybody in the 90s. For every rapper in the 90s, and he went against it. He had 4 or 5 super producers on Illmatic, and then he went against it. Because he's an artist. He's like Prince. Jay-Z ran with that. If you know that Jay-Z always had the greatest producers on every album. We're gonna bank this thing, baby. Sports go hand in hand with music. Correct. That's why Iverson in 96, he looked like he was straight out of a rap music video. And he was just on set. He's a superstar. He looked like a superstar out there. And I'll leave you with this last thing. I don't know if I want gatekeeping necessarily, but yes, he did, Beeman Boy. Yes, he did. Let's not get that twisted. Yes, that was a big victory. Like they've been trying to change the narrative for years. No, Jay-Z got knocked out, and they're trying to make it seem like it wasn't a loss. No, you got dropped on your back pockets. But we talking about the greatest. Come on, Nas, Jay, Big. These are the greatest ever. And they're battling. It was dope. That's why, going back to the original thing, Eminem really hasn't battled anybody. Lil Wayne hasn't battled anybody. So when they call people out, I always laugh like, what have you done to impress me about in a battle? Not the music. Your catalogs are great. These are legends. But what have you done to tell me, who has Lil Wayne flame like that to be playing with Kendrick Lamar? I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar guy, but when I heard, I saw the battle come, I'm like, Kendrick Lamar sounds kind of mean to me. That's what I told Fleet. But I love you too. Hey, head on the swivel. Enjoy your day. That's all. What has Lil Wayne and Eminem? Who have they battled to ever step to anybody in rap music history? I wouldn't say the same with Drake, nostalgic, because he flamed Meek Mills and he flamed Common. That got him some credibility. But I never liked the fact that Drake backed down from Kendrick Lamar for years. He backed down from Jay-Z, who called him out by name. He backed down from Cole, really, and joined up with him, trying to be friends with him. And of course, we saw with Pusha T was the blatant white flag. All right, man, it's 8:02. We're going to talk about this some other time. Damn, y'all stayed in the building for that? I don't think it's over. Beeman Boy, it's not over. It's not over. You can't, he's a hit maker. You gotta just stay low and just keep trying to create a new sound, a new wave. You gotta be smart about it. Stop trying to make songs with the new girl. Stop it. You're 40 years old, man. You're 40 years old, Drake. You're my age. I'm 41. Drake is what, 36, 37? You're not 22. People want to hear about what your conflict is. Yo, man, I just want to keep hanging out with the kids because I gotta stay relevant or whatever it is. That's Drake. Drake is not gonna be. It's never over, bro. Universal, Cash Money. That's too much money behind you to be over, bro. That's a lot of money.
Ball, suckers.
You heard the drop.
I'm gonna be real. It's over for Drake. I don't know what you talking about. Finito. However you can say,
he better go Afro punk.
However you can say finish in whatever language. He's done. It doesn't. It's not a bad thing though. You just lost. It's cool. You got to take your L like a man. Go about your business. Continue to make hits. Kendrick showed everybody. We all thought he wasn't dope. We all thought he couldn't make good music. He literally made a top 5 greatest diss song of all time.
Yeah.
Whether we want to like it or not. So no disrespect, my brother. But Drake is done. And I'm officially kicking him out the light-skin gang whip. Get him out of here. I'm looking for a recruit.
He held us down for years. I never cared for him. I always thought he was corny. But I wouldn't say he held us down, matter of fact. He got away with a lot of stuff for years, I should say.
Thank you.
But I'm saying it's not over for him because that's too big of a giant. Like they're not the money. There seems to be a conflict with the money, the big banks up there, but they're not letting that. He's still the top stream rapper of the year.
Bro, listen. All right, prime example. Remember what Jay Prince and them told him when he beefed with Pusha T?
Yeah.
This is the same situation, bro. Leave that alone. You ain't built for that. We can't fight Compton. Being honest, we not winning that.
Bro, that was Compton, L.A.,
bro,
Oakland.
Exactly. Listen, him being the top artist and this and that, to me, that doesn't hurt him. Now, if I'm Drake, he has to come out with a banging song in a crazy album, and it shouldn't diss nobody. Just show how great of an artist you are. That's it. Remember, you not winning this. Kendrick showed you. You drop, I'm dropping in a half an hour. Bro, we could do this all day. Remember, Kendrick is an artist just like Drake, bro.
Exactly.
The only difference
is the mistake he made.
He's a real rapper. And the rapping community, they like Drake. They respect Kendrick. Bruh, he lost. Leave us alone. It's over.
Whoever had anything to say about Kendrick before this battle, because it was up in the air, for me, The Good Kid, Mad City put him in a different place than anybody, because in my opinion, that's the last rap classic album. And after that, I really didn't care for Kendrick. Or, the second album was cool, but everything else, I'm cool on that. But I never forgot Good Kid, Mad City, and I never forgot Control, which I think the Control verse is overrated, but you can't overrate somebody that came out and called everybody out at the top of their game. Like 50, Pac, that guy is ready for war. So Drake underestimated him the same way Jay underestimated Nas, to me, because you looked at him like, oh, he's done, like a running back. Like, oh, you had your 5-year run is done, and you were listening to too many people. But I always say you didn't hear Nas's freestyle to start that summer. Nas really started the whole beef. He played you from the beginning of your career, and in that summertime, he told you with subliminal rap on a Clue freestyle. Should I play that? Don't let me get in my bag, old Paul.
Listen, I'm doing getting your bag. I mean, if Drake is smart, behind the scenes, you squash the beef, because let's be realistic, it's not real beef. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the next time you do a show, a huge show, you got to bring Kendrick.
In 2022, I lost.
Sorry.
You do a show, you got to bring Kendrick out, and you got to let Kendrick perform that song with you on the stage and you dancing and be the bigger man. Like how Ho brought out Nas for the Declare War. Remember when Ho brought out Nas?
You said you got to bring out Kendrick and start dancing?
No. You bring out Kendrick. Y'all show love to each other on the stage.
Right.
And let Kendrick perform this, not like us. Bro,
no, you can't. You can't do that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
And you could be up there singing. All right. I'm just trying. Listen, this is the only way Drake is going to survive this, bro. I'm telling you.
I agree with everything you said up until he can play Not Like Us. That record is way too... You're not letting somebody call you them words on stage, bro.
Bro, you're not...
That is straight disrespect.
Yeah. I hear you.
Nas is not playing Ether in front of Jay-Z. You can't do that. That he says too much is like, you, bro. Yo, I can't let you say that in front of me.
Listen what I'm trying to tell you. Just imagine 2 artists that was beefing. They both play their top diss songs and see which one the crowd reacts to the most. Bro, it's listen.
Or they should have a versus. That'll be fire.
Nah, you can't do verses. Drake and Smoke, Kendrick and verses, bro. Nah,
Well, see, I don't think so, because that's like I was the reason why this all started is because I had Eminem on my mind, because he had dropped the album, but I would never listen to it because I think he's complete
the most
trash right now.
overrated rap of all time, bro.
Hilarious. But
I'm sorry.
at one point he was nice. At one point when he dropped the Lose Yourself record, I played it. Hold on. He's actually rapping on beat where I feel it. And the things that he's saying is like, oh, okay, you rock with it. You have no choice but to. He's talking about going to his 9 to 5. He barely knows his own daughter. I came back like cold product. The hoes don't want me. I'm cold product. He was going off, but now it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care to know what you're talking about. You might need the PCP as the leaky, as the chat was saying.
I'm gonna be real. Benzino got a better diss song than Eminem. Bro.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
and the other guy,
man.
MGK.
Like, come on, man. Like, real talk, man. Like, so for me,
I'm sorry. Before, that's what I was saying. Eminem got some nerve talking about people. Lil Wayne got some nerve going at Kendrick right now. Y'all ain't never battled nobody.
No, but even if y'all did battle somebody, it was insubliminal. It was where people throwing light shots. But my thing is, once again, you cannot let a lesser rapper make a better diss song than you. When you're considered top 5, top 10, whatever people consider Eminem, and to me, that's where he lost his stripes for me. It's like, yo, bro, like, come on, man. That's why I be telling people, to me, diss songs, the song gotta either be super fire or you gotta pick one of the most iconic beats and just go crazy. To me, that's what Eminem was better off doing. Picking an iconic beat and going crazy. But yeah, man. I mean, big shout out Drake and Kendrick, man, but it's over, man. It's over.
And shout out to the chat because they with us. They from our era. It's going up and down, 24, 25, back to 22. We're gonna get into Knicks Rehab in 2 seconds. I'm gonna read Beeman Boy comments for a second. He's and James Sumler. Good morning, Knicks Rehab. That's the AllBall family. I gotta read their stuff first. I was telling them because we can't play the future song we were playing at the beginning of the last show. Right. I had to scrub out the music, so you can't even hear what we're going crazy over. And the beginning of this, it started playing Eminem, so they were worried. Beeman Boy was looking out like, yo, watch out for the copyright. But I could take that out, and then I told them I'm gonna start broadcasting that directly to the members, and probably our more uncensored stuff to the members. That way they could get stuff that nobody else gets. Cause come on, man, they putting the bag down. Ain't no slicing it any other way. We gotta respect y'all, and we're gonna come up with different things, merch and everything, to make sure y'all, we pay y'all back, man. Over. He spelled out over for Drake. OVER. Stop playing. That live concert was the funeral. Kendrick won the first diss. Now I don't think so. I thought Drake just overlooked him, bro. He kept it drop. You stop dropping, Drake. That was fine. You thought you had the nuclear weapon. Drake would win versus only because he has a catalog, but diss tracks, nah. Wayne don't want that smoke with him at all. He better chill out. He best chill out. Anyway, y'all know what time it is, man.
Wayne could barely stand up on stage, man. Slow. Come on, man. Playing with Kendrick, man. Come on, man. AllBall suckers. Nigga look crazy, man. Come on, man. He said Bronny James can be an all-star. I ain't listening to nobody that's talking like that.
We can get into that in a second too.
Oh, did you hear what Enos Cantor said?
We'll get into that at the end. Smoke up the chimney.
Yeah, people getting fed up. Let's go.
Let's get into it, y'all. Knicks Rehab is starting. I need a Knicks Rehab drop. Let y'all know what we're about to get into. Big Knicks, baby. If you don't read the title, you seen it. Gilbert Arenas in them. They had to give it up. Gilbert Arenas talking smack as usual, not knowing what he's talking about. And Kenyon Martin had to correct him. Kenyon Martin has been stepping his game up on the show lately, thanks to Flea. He pointed that out. Because Rashad McCants, I can't believe I'm saying this, is the only one that's logical up there. And putting Gilbert Arenas in his place by checking him. And then all of a sudden, Kenyon Martin said, you know what? I kind of like that. So ever since then, Kenyon's been dropping some jewels on there. Let's see what he had to say about the Knicks front office and the Knicks as an organization.
Because he's the reason why.
He's the reason why.
He's the reason why.
But you
Solely.
But is Dolan that? But is Dolan that loyal?
Absolutely.
Loyal?
Yeah.
Oh, he's loyal. Okay. See,
no, one thing he gonna do now. He might not know shit about basketball, but he gonna spin.
You're right.
You fucking listen.
Knicks do spend their money.
That is hands down the best organization I've fucking played for, bro. Like, far as taking care of players and everything. Oh, they don't spare a penny, dog. They don't cut no corners with taking care of their guys. That was the first place I went. We had multiple like medical staff. We had fucking 3 trainers, 4 like PT guys. Like, this is the first where they was looking after guys' well-being. Like, they was pricking our ears and shit, checking the blood, all kind of shit, dog.
Feel like, I mean, you see it on paper that they did spend money. You just be trying to figure out why is it not translating to wins. So okay, so they do take care of their players.
Absolutely.
Yo, they gotta trying to find the right fit upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was the front office.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dolan. It was the front office.
Yeah.
See, that's why I said, you know, Dolan gets all the blame because everything sucks.
Yeah.
But he actually spends his money and cares.
Yeah.
He just
don't know basketball.
He hiring the wrong motherfuckers.
But now he got the right people.
But they got Leon Rose there now.
Now, so this, I don't know, calling people out.
Yeah.
We are in
There
Vegas.
were certain places. There were certain people in place for a long time with the organization that people say was handicapping Dolan.
Yeah.
Right. All the information wasn't being relayed the right way at times, and you got the middleman, and this, I'm gonna feature what I want you to know, and that's all you getting. Then you looking like the bad guy. But it was shit that was going on. But he gonna spend it, bro. Damn sure.
Thank you all. Shout out to hold on. Look at this. T.I. Michelle 85. Give him a follow on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Because he did the work for me by clipping that up. Because that's hard work to clip stuff up and post it up here, man. Appreciate that from him. AllBall, what do you think about what Kenya Martin was saying?
Oh, it's about time, somebody give the Knicks props. And he played for the Knicks. I'm glad he said it. Because, for some reason, people are scared to say things today. And it seems like the cool thing to say about the Knicks is all bad things. So now it goes to show you it was all lies. Like he said, we have that in life where, you have people in the middle that confuses things. Or you may have relationships with people where they there too long and they don't know what the hell they doing. And Dolan is so far up being an owner, he ain't paying in no mind. Because like Kenyon said, I don't care about basketball, but I'm going to take care of my people. Listen, man, you see how it stumped Gilbert because he couldn't believe it.
Oh, because he lied before. And he kept calling us trash. And he was on the opposite end before, talking out of his what.
Right. Exactly. But I'm saying his response, if you notice, it was almost like he was caught off guard. Because nobody is expecting anybody to say anything good about the Knicks. So when Kenya tells you, oh, no, what are you talking about? They treat the players great. Remember, what's been the word for the past 20 years? It's been nothing but negative.
Right.
So that's why I told people the Oakley situation is, remember, it's something else. That's for a reason. That's not happened to nobody else in history. It may be personal, but some things, if it's personal, it may have to go to another level. I don't know who fault it is, but I'm glad Kenya Martin said something. The Knicks is a great organization. They take care of their players, and Dolan is going to spend that money. Now that he has the right people in place, now they know how to spend the money, where to spend the money, and who to spend the money on. But that was legendary from Kenya Martin, because if you allow Gilbert to sit up there and just talk, he's going to be so full of you know what. And it's just at the end of the day, I like Gilbert Arenas, but his intentions and his agenda now is just so flamboyant.
Yeah.
And it's out of control now. So I'm glad Kenyon was up there to set the record straight. Because if Kenyon wasn't there, I'm pretty sure Gilbert would have had a field day with the Knicks. And come on, man. Like me and you been saying, that's my man Bane. Listen, he take care of his people. You may not like how we do it, but now look. So, it's like having a girlfriend and you do all the things for her and she treating you bad. It doesn't mean you're a bad boyfriend. You still taking on trips. You still buying her gifts. But then now You get rid of her, and you get a good girlfriend, and think you see the difference. He got rid of those people that was in the front office that ain't know what the hell they was doing. Now you got the G's in there, and within 2, 3, 4 years, turned around. So big shout out Kenyon Martin. I love that he kept it real, because it's crazy how no one else is coming out that played for the Knicks all these years is saying anything. How many players the Knicks gave money when we know damn well they shouldn't have got no money? Whether they was injured, whether they was over the hill, whether it was over, hanging on a thread. Come on, from Larry Johnson to Penny, we go on and on. Allen Houston, Baron Davis, how many? Jamal Crawford, Zach, like, come on, man. J.R. Smith, J. Kidd, Melo. Come on, speak up, y'all. If Kenyon Martin got that treatment, y'all all got that treatment. Come on, man. Stop letting people spin a narrative on our Knicks to keep stars and players from coming over here and wanting to play with us. That's why we ain't been able to win no championships, because they've been spewing this negative nonsense. And guys like Gilbert Arenas, if you allow him, he'd try to do it for the next 10 years. Nah, so big props to Kenyon Martin. Thank you. And I hope that has a snowball effect and other players come out from the past and start keeping it real about our Knicks.
You see, I got James Dolan smiling up here. I'm going full-fledged. There are a lot of reasons why James Dolan earned that reputation, though. The way their organization was being ran early on, it was what you saw the Brooklyn Nets going through a couple of times. They traded everybody for old KG, old Paul Pierce, and old whoever, everybody else. And then you saw them go after Kyrie and KD. They were just looking for the superstar name, because you had a billionaire come in, they wanted to make a splash. And the Nets went through 2 billionaires in like 10, 15 years. So you saw it happen over and over again. You see it happen with Steve Ballmer over there with the Clippers. They were desperate. They got Kawhi, signs him another 3 years. They're going through the same thing that all the billionaires go through. You saw that early on with the Knicks. And even with Carmelo, up until recently with Phil Jackson, I thought when he hired Phil Jackson, that was his attempt. Like, yo, I'm spending my money, bro. I gave him $25 million. What you want from me? Remember, he was stuck with Isaiah Thomas for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he finally had a chance to we were basically doing the same thing 14 years ago, right before we got Carmelo. And we had a chance to have Carmelo and Stoudemire with all the cap room in the world, but Dolan wasn't going to be patient about it. It seemed like he was getting the blame for getting them. And we have to now clarify whether it was him. Because remember, he's mad cool with Leon Rose, and that relationship started with the Carmelo trade. And maybe even when LeBron and them sat down with James Dolan and LeBron saw they had a Tony Soprano video waiting for him, and they were like, I'm going to Miami. They didn't want to be in New York. I don't know if it was because of that. We don't know. But Leon Rose was in that mix and got to meet James Dolan because of it. So now, fast forward a little bit, the Charles Oakley thing, the Spike Lee thing, Patrick Ewing thing. Patrick Ewing should have a statue out there, man. Charles Oakley being kicked out the way that he did, Spike Lee being kicked out of the elevator, whatever it was. There was
no. The Spike Lee thing, I don't care who you are. He tried to go through a door that can't nobody get to. He tried to. So let come on, man.
I don't see, for me, I don't know that. I don't know if Spike went through that door before, through that elevator door before, and he's used to doing that. But the way that's being reported, it adds on to Dolan's reputation, along with the Oakley thing, along with the Patrick Ewing thing. So they were smart on his name because of these things. So now you fast forward to today, you see we got John Starks, Sprewell, LJ on the sideline, Carmelo on the sideline. That's like a Yankee playbook. That's a legendary playbook. What Leon Rose is doing, and like the fact that he's helping James Dolan with his reputation, that's the Knicks and James Dolan. Remember, James Dolan had cameras, facial recognition on lawyers and everything. He's going through court cases and everything like that. So he's helping him with his reputation in New York City. Yo, James Dolan ain't never going to feel like, when he walks through New York now, I bet you he feels a weight off his shoulders. And it ain't, I think that's what happens when you're a billionaire and people, you don't know the game like that. And then you hire somebody that's an expert. I'm going to talk to AllBall because I believe he's a basketball expert. I don't like talking to other people. And AllBall's open to have a conversation with me. I don't know if the guy Kenyon Martin was talking about that was not relaying the information may have been, I don't know if it was Scott Perry or whoever it was, Isaiah Thomas at a certain point, who was playing the middleman between James Dolan and the players. Because it sounded like James Dolan was a lot like George Steinbrenner. I remember when Gary Sheffield said that when he was on the Yankees. Yo, man, all I gotta talk to, I gotta talk to the boss, man. Because the boss is gonna give me the bread. All y'all in between me, nah, George is a good dude. I remember Gary Sheffield saying that, and everyone else had something else to say about, Steinbrenner at the time. So Dolan, I'm not saying that he deserves all the blame for everything that we heard about, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And now Jalen Brunson, Leon Rose, and them, they really revitalized this team. But to your point, the ultimate point is, I've never heard anybody say this is the best organization I played for. He said they got doctors and they were checking my ears and they made sure we had three different medical doctors. I didn't hear about any of that aside from any team besides the Mavericks. They say that about Mark Cuban. And with the Phoenix Suns, even when that owner was terrible, we've seen all kind of players reemerge with their career.
I heard John Sally say he said that about the Chicago Bulls when he played with Mike, because he was saying like how the Lakers, he said how they ran that organization was terrible. They was cheap. Just a lot of things they didn't do. And when he got to Chicago, when he was in Chicago, he was like, yo, same thing. The staff just gourmet meals, just physicians and nutritionists, everything. So I heard John Sally say the same thing about Chicago Bulls. And he said the total opposite about the LA Lakers.
So imagine that, because if you don't even have, if you're not able to communicate with the players, how would you even understand that this is what's going on at other organizations? And Dolan's like, bro, I ain't even cheap. He's not cheap. And that's another thing. Yeah, we had McDice and Melo, the Melo years, and Frederick Weiss and what's the guy that was Bargnani?
Steve Novak, Jerry Jeffries, like Junkyard Dog. Like, you know how many players came through to the Knicks and got the bag? Like, come on, bro.
You know who I forgot about? James. What's the guy that not Calvin Booth? That was not James Jones. I'm gonna look it up. The guy that 25 mil, 5 year, $25 million, like 20 years ago. Isaiah Thomas had some nerves cheesing, holding up his jersey at the press conference, like he solved the Da Vinci Code. But again, he just threw the bread out. Bargnani, the list goes on. Even with Melo, he gave Melo the bread, so it wasn't the money. And also, he gave Phil Jackson the bread. When I saw he did that, I'm like, even though he doesn't have experience as a general manager, bro, he gave him $25 million and he got out of the way.
Yo, and what Dolan and the Knicks organization does is they create an atmosphere to where guys come over, play, and then look at what Quickly and Hartenstein get. You get what I'm trying to say? That don't happen nowhere else.
Yep.
That don't happen nowhere else. So, yeah, man, I'm just glad Kenyon Martin said something, and there needs to be a lot more like this so players know, because I'm pretty sure all these superstars for the past 20 years, look what they've been hearing about the Knicks. So just imagine if you're hearing how great they treat their players. That's what makes some players want to come and play for an organization. They don't even care about winning. I'm going to get paid and you're going to treat me great. I'm over there. So, yeah, man, I'm glad Kenyon Martin said something. Because like I said, ain't nobody else going to say nothing. All they're going to do is lie.
That was him. That's right, Thrillium. Jerome James.
Yeah, Jerome James.
Him. Horrible. Was he on the Sonics before that? I couldn't believe he was cheesing when he threw his jersey. Like, Jerome, 25 million for Jerome James, Isaiah? Man, Isaiah got everybody.
We gave Derek Fisher $25 million.
Oh my God,
man. I don't even think he lasted a season. Come on,
that was insane. That was insane.
Come on, bro.
But and again, that was my thing with Phil Jackson is we give him more. You think he's the greatest coach of all time? A lot of people do. You ain't alone in that. On top of that, he was with Mike, Pippen, like you said, world-class organization while Jordan was there. Then with the Lakers, when John Sally was there, he said that they were running it like trash. I'm surprised Phil Jackson was there letting that happen. But Phil Jackson's a part of this. And he's with the Lakers. So he's seen, come on, man, they were winners for 40 years. The Lakers might be the best winning team in sports in American sports the last 40 years. So Phil Jackson's bringing all this knowledge to the Knicks, and Dolan's giving them all the complete control of the reins. I can't be mad at that as a billionaire. That's not you saying I'm gonna sign you know Bargnani for 4 years, whatever the contract was. It's not the McDice contract. That's not you going for a player giving them the money. That's you saying, y'all want to see that I could give up my control of the Knicks? Here you go. Stop telling me otherwise. And then when he made the Leon Rose move, we were skeptical about it because he's an agent. It was part of the whole the former agents running a team wave. Leon Rose does follow that. But then when you see what was going on, like we said the other day, it could have went left. It could have been a different thing when you have this nepotism, what you see with the Lakers. The nepotism with the Knicks is working out because these guys are going from top to bottom. We'll talk about the rookie kid in a second, Tyler KOLEK. He's been absolutely impressive. Got him in the second round. Just everything they've been doing lately, they got the Midas touch. And Dolan has to get a lot more credit for that. He just does. He just does. Sometimes you gotta, when you're arguing with your girl, stop arguing. Get out the way. Don't say nothing. It don't make sense. There's no winning in it. And Dolan stopped arguing. Here you go. Now what you got to say? And he did it twice, back to back, in my opinion. The Phil Jackson thing did not work out. But if it did, what would you say then? That's the only reason why we complain about it, because Phil Jackson was garbage. And Leon Rose is the complete opposite. The complete opposite. Shout out to Brock Aller as well. He should get a lot more love. Worldwide West, of course. All these guys. All these guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you make some great points.
I want to talk about the rookie kid, AllBall. I don't know if you got a chance to watch him. This kid is setting the blaze, man.
Yes, I did see. Yes, I did. The way he handled that ball, the way he dished that thing out, the way he can assist, boy, we got one. I said he flew. We got one.
I've been calling him Tycho. The chat dubbed him Psycho Tycho. Listen, man. To me, he looks like a lefty slow-mo Nash. The way look at how he dishes the ball off, just dropping it off. He moves at his own pace. Not the biggest guy on the court. And he's NBA ready. His body's NBA ready. He moves like he works out. Like he works out. He looks like he practices what he's going to do on the court. Some guys, like Mitchell Robinson, I don't want to see your 3-point shots in summertime. What are you showing me that for? You trying to throw me off? Because you ain't doing that in the game. You start shooting threes, we're gonna throw a soda at you. Don't do that. We'll go on NWO at you. Throw you the orange soda from the rafters. Don't do that again. We willing to get kicked out of here to tell you stop it. Tyler KOLEK looks like smart player. 0 turnovers, by the way. 7 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. He took a charge. He was a +9 on the court. A lot of these things, of course, are going to be overrated because it's the summer league. But the one thing about summer league and in college that always stands out is when somebody's just jumping off the screen. That's something you always hear sports analysts, scouts, they always say, yo, he's just jumping off the screen. And especially when you're in person, if you see somebody and they jump at you, come on, man. If he was standing in line with the rest of these 24 guys that were playing yesterday, if you had to pick somebody out of those 24 gentlemen in a lineup, you wouldn't go, yes, he's my number 1 pick. But clearly in that game, he looked like the best player on the court.
Listen,
I don't
man,
think you can rat on him.
He looks NBA ready. Simple and plain. He looks like he belongs in the NBA. A lot of guys you can't say that about. Remember, it's not about athleticism. It's not about height. It's about knowing the game of basketball. He looks like a pure point guard that belongs in the NBA, that eventually can turn into a starter. Think about guys like Mark Price and things of that nature that's very underrated. Remember, everybody nowadays thinks, you got to be Curry and John Morant and them guys to be great. But look at a Mike Conley. Great career. Starting point guard in the league. Listen, this young man was a steal. It just goes to show you a lot of these GMs don't know about basketball, don't care. They just want the flash. But this young man looked like he's ready to get on the floor ASAP and contribute. I love the pick. And how he looked in this game right here, man, listen. Probably top 5, top 10 best point guards in the draft. Come on. He should have gone in the first round. That's how good he looked. You see all them foreigners and all them guys that went high they been looking? Sad. Ain't none of them gonna do nothing. You got a guy like this. Come on, man. So listen, just another great job the front office did, doing their homework, understanding what we need, a backup point guard, and look, we replaced Burks with him. Come on, man, you can't get no better than that.
So the summer league game?
Oh man, you see him?
Yeah.
Legendary. Come on, man. My brother just passed by, man. Big Knicks fan. Come on. Heard what he just said, right?
Nah.
He said, "Did you see the summer league?" Come on, man. Come on. Listen.
They got to watch summer league games.
Yeah.
Like intensely.
Exactly. But the young man is good, man. He's good, and I can't wait to see how he's gonna contribute and help us out. Because, like I said, to have a ball handler like that, and I can dish the ball like that, and I think just seeing him, hearing him talk, his body language, he's gonna love his job, and he's gonna know his job. His job is to come in, take pressure off of Brunson, handle the ball, and get those assists, make the other guys happy. So, listen, man, great. Can't say that about a lot of players that everybody go crazy over. NBA ready. Yeah, that's what I see, Fade.
I know he gets the credit for being at Marquette. Prior to Marquette, he was at George Mason. That's when he transferred after his head coach left, or he got fired, Dave Paulson. I guess he recruited him. He entered the transfer portal. He went to Marquette. He averaged 6.7 points per game, 5.9 assists in his first season with the Golden Eagles. He was also named the Big East Player of the Year and first team All Big East as a junior. Most outstanding player of the 2023 Big East tournament. So he has all these. He was named the preseason Big East Player of the Year as well as multiple preseason All-American teams. He has all these accolades, and I say that to say,
and he goes late in the second round. That's crazy.
The kid that's killing right now, Reed Shepard, that's his name, right, from Houston.
Yeah,
he was like SEC Player of the Year. And I was shout out to Lenzel Graham yesterday. We talking about college ball, little college ball. I think he was asking, like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I just looked it up. And the kid Rob Dillingham did as well. These things have to matter at a certain point. Like, one thing that stood out to me about Kurt Thomas when he was on the Knicks.
He was crazy in college.
Right. But, I don't watch college ball, so when I seen he led his conference in scoring, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Because you translate that skill to the league. Oh, that's I've been doing this since high school, bro. Bang. Wet.
Right.
Bang.
Right.
So with Tyler KOLEK, he's been doing this in college the entire time, and it's at a high level. What we see, there's a lot of credibility to him. His whole resume. This resume is stacked, bro. Who the hell wouldn't want this resume? I know I would if I played ball. Jesus Christ. He looks amazing. I think we're all excited for within good reason. I'm not sure if we did any of us get to watch the rest of these guys like Huck Purdy. He's all right. And the kid from France, he's not ready yet. He's 18. He's a baby.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not watching none of them other dudes. We needed another ball handler, and we need a big man. So for me, I'm watching who can handle the ball, take pressure on Brunson, and put the ball in their hands and run the offense. And we looking for a guy that's going to back up Mitch. Everybody else, no disrespect. Nah, I'm not. They okay.
Yeah, looking for that backup. We haven't seen any news on the backup yet. Besides, I did see yesterday that the talks have began with Precious Achiuwa.
Yeah, I seen that.
I'm not sure if that's,
Yeah, but we still. I love him to stay on our team. But we still need a backup center. Like I told you the last Knicks Rehab. Do not do that to that young man. Do not make him the legit backup center for Mitchell Robinson. That's too much pressure for him. We need a legit 6'11", 7-footer. Like, come on, man.
because there's a lot more spotlight on you. It's not just New York anymore. We got championship expectations, and every little error, you're gonna have to be able to have the most short-term memory ever. And let's not forget, like, I understood the whole, like, I'm still mad at Tibbs for not playing the more games against Philly and not just recognizing you need more bodies. But Alec Burks, even Bogey and Achua, they Burks never had a good regular season. Bogey was up and down, and Achua came in flaming. But once Mitchell Robinson was healthy, it seemed like that affected him. I don't have my playing time or whatever it is, and not being able to adjust. If we get somebody else and you're still on the team, can you adjust to that? Because somebody might be better than you. Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson were better than you. Mitch is coming back. He's better than you. You got to be ready to do that, because when it comes to these championship moments, the playoffs is everything. Every possession matters. It's like football.
Right. I mean, great point. But, I don't think Precious Achiuwa has any right to be upset about anything. I mean, when you came from Toronto, nobody knew who you was. And it was times when he was on the court where he looked lost. He looked timid. He looked shy. Like I said, I want him on our team, but he has to be one of those guys that for his whole career probably you just have to stay ready. There's going to be games you may not play. Then there's going to be games where they may need you the whole game. So I just think he needs to understand. We're giving you an opportunity to make some money that you may never make in your career. So I don't think Precious Achiuwa, should be upset about anything, to be honest with you.
Shout out to John Smith, a.k.a. Juan Smitito. Thunder's Isaiah Hartenstein helping Ariel Huck Purdy with his Knicks adjustments. Ariel Huck Purdy asked two things of his buddy Isaiah Hartenstein advice on playing for the Knicks and his number 55 jersey. Huck Purdy and Hartenstein became friends in their native Germany. Oh, he's the guy from Germany. Okay. So, but I seen Huck Purdy. I think he was the one that was decent around the basket. I thought he could take Jericho Sims' spot. Jericho Sims looked good that first preseason game. He threw up like a teardrop. I said, where did that come from? You threw up teardrops? He looked a little more comfortable out there. I'm like what Bill Simmons says, the body language doctor. His face. My biggest concern with Jericho Sims is that he's timid. He might need to smack somebody or get into a fight on the team and come out of his shell, because he's very timid and he looks like he just needs to get into an argument. He needs to come out and let the beast out. You way too big for all that, man. If your mom was around and she won't let you get punked, she gonna laugh when you come home. She gonna ridicule you if you got somebody let somebody smack you or something like that. At some point, you got to understand you're a big man in this league and you could fly through the roof. You should be dominating on the basics of a big man, rebounding, setting picks. Just do that. Get that down as a minimum. Maybe it's one or two things that you need to grasp while you're out there. Because Jericho Sims is somebody just like Mitchell Robinson. A lot of these big guys, when they're young, they can guard on the perimeter a little bit. That's going to start eroding the older you get, because you're just going to be older and get more stiff, man. That's just what happens. But I've seen Jericho Sims cover these perimeter players. I'm like, it fooled me. I don't know if it fooled me or what, but these are the things that can help you stay on the court. And you could block shots. So getting down the fundamentals and the footwork, I don't know what has to click on into players for that to happen, but it's something missing with them, and it's definitely all fundamentals with Jericho Sims. And Tyler KOLEK is coming into the game right now, and it seems like he has his fundamentals down packed, because guys like Brunson and Tyler KOLEK, now that I'm thinking about it, it's almost like what I always say about like when Kyrie's at the hoop. It's like, bro, he not to say that I'm not trying to discredit his layup package, but it's like he said, yo, I can't dunk on you, so watch what I do with these arms and go inspect the gadget on you. Brunson and Tyler KOLEK come in the game. They're like, I can't blow past every player. I'm not that fast guy. I'm not that tall. But this footwork is the sweet science of basketball. Footwork is the sweet science of basketball, defensively and offensively. The way Brunson takes charges. It looks like Tyler KOLEK might do that. He might get his push-ups together before he start going what Brunson's doing. But he's like, I compared him to Steve Nash. Then I saw Twitter compare him. So a lot of us are echoing the same thing. We don't have anybody right now that could get to the basket and drop that ball off at all. And we haven't had that in quite some time. And Tyler KOLEK can do that. Tyler KOLEK can do that. He can help Jericho Sims get an easy basket. Mitchell Robinson get an easy basket. Get Julius Randle easy baskets. This makes me absolutely optimistic. I'm ecstatic to see what Tyler KOLEK can do with the passing. The shooting, of course, all that helps, but that's why they want Monte Morris here. Because Monte Morris can shoot a little bit. Assist to turnover ratio was great, but he doesn't go to the basket much. He doesn't drive that much, Monte Morris. And he's been scoring for a while. He got injured one year, but he's been scoring for a while. You don't get to the basket. And when Tyler KOLEK gets to the basket, he's looking for the best play. And these passes are just like, they're like, I hate to compare him to Larry Bird and Magic because, people think I'm crazy if I say that. But that kind of court vision, he's executing on it. So if he's able to do that and make the players better, anybody who could get you easier baskets, you're a better basketball player than most. That's what makes other people better. You in transition, they're going to want to join you on side by side. They know, Ty's going to give me the ball. He's going to get me the ball. I'm going to score. I look to score. I got to do my thing. And I know Ty's going to get it to me in a running lane, transition lane, driving lane, any kind of lane. It seems like Ty is dropping it off to get you in prime position to do that. So we could be overstating it, but I'm excited.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll just be brief, man. You said it all. Like I said, the young man is going to give Brunson a breather. Just puts everybody in their proper place, in their proper positions. And now guys can stay healthy. Guys can get rest. It's like, just imagine now when we up 20. We ain't got to keep Brunson again. We got another ball handler. These are problems that we had. This is how guys get run down. This is how guys get injured when they got to stay in the game to keep a big lead to get the win. So this young man solves a lot of problems. For us. And I can't wait to see him on the court, to see how he, plays against the big dogs.
Now that you say that, I got another what some of the haters will consider clickbaity. I got a clickbaity thumbnail coming up. Because this guy right here, Tyus Jones, is a very interesting piece. What he's really known for is assist to turnover ratio. But what needs to be talked about is, more than anything else, is that when Ja Morant was out, he was out for like 10 straight games for the Memphis Grizzlies when he last played a full season, Ja Morant, or he played into the playoffs. The Grizzlies went 10-0. They didn't miss a beat. And I always felt like the Grizzlies were like two different teams when Ja Morant was on the court and he was off the court. And little did I know, or I was starting to learn, that it's because of this guy right here, this kid, Tyus Jones. He can run, not engineer any offense, but you talk about a pure point guard. And again, people point to the assist to turnover ratio. That feeds right into Tibbs' system because I'm not going to put him at the elite level of defenders, but that's what we do, is play defense, and you want to minimize all the turnovers. This guy will be perfect. Is it far-fetched? It might be. But AllBall said something this weekend that's going to ring a bell for a lot of guys. Hartenstein, RJ Barrett, quickly, all these guys are getting a crazy bag because they played over here for a short amount of time. There's nothing stopping Tyus Jones from going, give me the vet minimum. I want to be on the championship team. Let me back up Brunson, help out the Tycho kid. Maybe he might steal some minutes from Tycho, but at least we'll have a backup there to show, hey, you're not playing with us this year. There are no breaks. If you're able to finagle something with Tyus Jones, I think that would petrify the league. The Boston Celtics would be scared to death. I don't care what any of their fans say. The Philadelphia Sixers fans are already full of it. They haven't come off their high horse yet, but they will once Paul George goes out for 25 games or whatever it is. To be able to have two different rotations, two different lineups, formidable like this, to have Tyus Jones, even when Tyus Jones come off the bench, if he's a sixth man or a seventh man, whatever it is. Remember, we used to have RJ Barrett running the show with our second unit. Running the show, basically. So imagine you have a Tyus Jones there with Dante DiVincenzo, and then Randall stays in for a little bit. You kidding me?
I mean, I think that's I think that's kind of far-fetched. I think us wanting Tyus Jones, I think that ship has sailed. He's definitely not going to take the minimum. I think he'd be perfect in Phoenix.
Oh my God.
They're
hamstrung.
Yeah, but
they can't sign and trade nobody. They can't do
that's
nothing.
bad. Yeah. So you know,
but he would be amazing on Phoenix.
Yeah. So, like I said, I would love Tyus Jones, and we were talking about that last year when we had the problem of having a legit backup point guard. But I think we got our guy cheaper, and we can mold him into whatever we want him to be. Pause. Tyus Jones, like I said, I think his ceiling is very high. He knows his worth, and it's nowhere in the world he's taking the league minimum. I wouldn't take the league minimum when I'm that young. Right now, guys like that ain't thinking about championships. They think about getting as much money as possible and playing and being in the best position possible. I would love him over here, but somebody in the chat said this a couple days ago. We got enough guards. We need some big men.
Yeah, that's true.
We still got Deuce. Now we got Tyler. So for me, as much as I would love Tyus Jones over here, that's just another small guard. But legit backup point guard. And I think eventually he's going to be a starting point guard in the NBA.
Tyus Jones?
Yeah. If I was Memphis, I would have had him at the 1 and John Moran at the 2. John Moran is going to have to pull an Allen Iverson move. Bro, you're talking my talk. You're not a 1, bro. Let somebody
and not to say he can't pass the ball. John Moran's electric with passing the ball, but he doesn't engineer the offense.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Memphis need to do exactly what Philly did. We're gonna build a team around you. We're gonna let everybody understand you're the guy. You're gonna get as much shots as you want. Because John Moran is that. So if I was Memphis, that's what I would have did. I'm starting Tyus at the 1. I'm putting John Moran at the 2. Now I got my backcourt for the future. But you know how things go. So yeah, Tyus Jones definitely solid, super solid. But I think that's out of reach. Yeah, I think that ship sailed. I think right now we straight. I think all we need is a big man. I think every position besides the big man, as far as a backup, I think every position is already signed and sealed. Because think about it, right now we 8-9 deep, legit. Brunson, Bridges, DiVincenzo, Hart, Julius, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce, Tyler. I might have missed the OG. Like, bro, we 8-9 legit right now.
Yeah.
And now we talking back to Precious. So still got Jericho Sims. So I think we legit. So getting another guard. I want to see Tyler Groom and being able to play. You don't get a good player like that to put him on the back burner for the next 3-4 years. Because if Tyus come over there, he's legit playing. Like it's not even an argument. And he's probably playing over 30 plus minutes. A guy like Tyus Jones. He ain't coming over there playing no 20 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, as much as I love that idea, I think that ship sailed. Just like now, the Brogdon ship sailed. I think certain ships, it's done. I think, we probably thought about those things, but the job they did with the draft, getting this young man in the second round, I think the Knicks are saying, we got our guys. We good.
I also can't overlook the fact that not that Dante DiVincenzo is great at bringing the ball up, but he's an option to give the ball to cross half court. Of course, Brunson, Randall at times. Josh Hart's a lunatic. We want him to cross half court and give it up as soon as possible, especially in the half court set. But I overlooked the fact that, because I don't believe in OG doing that. That should be in transition and transition only. You ain't got to handle like that. But we just got Mikal Bridges. Not saying he's Iverson with the crossover, but I think he can bring that ball up. So to your point, the wings, point guards, we're legit already. We want to make that front court splash. Thank you for reminding me. Where's he at? Knicks should trade for Jalen Duran or Walker Kessler. Get a cheap tip center like 7'5" and Jamarian Sharp. I don't know who Jamarian Sharp is. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Please tell me. He is definitely a tip center, good motor, and a Mitch Derek Lively type center. So respectfully, Juan Smidiorio, why is he available if he is a Mitch Derek Lively type? Just asking, because if he's hot on the presses like this, you know, what's his background? I have no idea who he is.
Well, I'm definitely gonna check him out. So appreciate that. But you know, a lot of guys be available because teams and organizations don't know what they're doing. May not have room for a player, or just don't know the type of player that they have. That happens all the time. Memphis gave up Tyus Jones. And put all they faith into what's the young man over there, the shooting guard?
Bain,
right. You know what I mean? So nah. I mean, that happens all the time. So I'm definitely gonna take a look at that young man.
Something else, y'all. Let me get. Oh my God, the real Ty Lue, Travis Lucas. What's up, baby? Take KOLEK through the hood to get New York sauce to run through second unit. Yo, Ty Lue, I'm not gonna lie. I think
he already got the sauce.
Yeah, I think he's been through the hood already.
Right.
I think he's been hanging out with some. You know what I mean? Chilling. I think he could play like at West 4th. He could play uptown. I think KOLEK is a kid. He doesn't look shook, man. And he looks like he got that Tyler Hansborough crazy look to him, but Hansborough was trash. I got beef with Hansborough. I'm sorry, guys. I got beef with Hansborough because he came to the league and I knew he was going to be nothing. And they kept hyping him up and this, that, and the third. Good for your college career. No disrespect. But KOLEK has a skill set that's like, when you're point guard, and we know in New York, we pride ourselves on that. When you would do that, you can't rip and you can't shake. Like, we can't intimidate you. And I'm getting by you, and I could dish that ball. If I could drop that rock off like that, we go crazy. That's all he has to do for us. He even got to shoot well. We're going to go nuts. Psycho, Tycho. We're going to go, you know, the white boys in the crowd will go crazy.
That's a fact.
He's playing on the Mavs Summer League, undrafted 2024. Semifinalist Naismith Player Award. What? Defensive Player Award. Semifinalist. Thank you, John Smith.
What school did he go to? Or did he go, or is he one of them overseas guys?
No, he couldn't because he's a semifinalist with the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, yeah. That was retarded. I just did, excuse me.
Yeah, so I want to know. That's why it's AI. That's AI AllBall. That's not the real AllBall. We're gonna have to update your circuit. It's all good. I'm trying to look up his name. I don't see it. Jamarian Sharp. Jamarian Sharp. Oh, okay. There he goes. Jamarian Sharp. Ole Miss.
Nice.
Went to Ole Miss. Division 1. Oh, Division 1. WKU and Ole Miss. Oh, he went to WKU also. Which one's WKU? West Kentucky or something like that?
Got to be Western Kentucky, I guess.
Yep, he played college at Western Kentucky and Ole Miss. 7'5" is crazy. I read that like it was not 7'5" with Wemby out there. Hold on, let me look up the highlights. You know what? Let's look up the highlights, y'all, and then we'll scrub it out.
Big Baby Sports in the building. Big shout out, Big Baby, man. LA in the building.
Yo, Big Baby, you be up early. You be up early getting to the bag out there in the West Coast.
Big Baby work. Big Baby working for sure.
Dom is not up at this time. You text Dom, he texts you back at 11, 12 o'clock at East Coast time. He ain't texting you 7 in the morning. Big Baby was in here 6, 7 in the morning with us one time. Big Baby ain't playing no game.
Hey, hold on, Big Baby, man. We need that rescheduled interview, man. We need you up here, man, on Knicks Rehab. We need to hear, you know, that all that LA news, the Lakers inside stuff, how y'all feel about Bronny, LeBron. We need you, Big Baby. Pause. So please, man, holla at us.
Oh, yeah, don't hype me up.
Let's see some of these highlights.
Oh, don't hype me up. Oh, you already got him out here looking. Oh, and he's just staying down, just waiting around. Bang!
I seen this kid.
You were doing?
Yeah, he is tough.
Go to the media. It's 14 seconds. You can get like a mini clip, y'all. Come on, stop playing with me, Twitter.
By Wheeler's play at the point. They get it to Keon Brooks.
Let's see. It's him at Western Kentucky. Is that him?
Give me that block.
He looks like Mitchell Robinson. You're right.
Look at the defense.
Any injuries? Yeah, he looks like Mitchell Robinson, bro. Good call.
That my son. Dallas needs some big bodies too.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's kind of scary with them. You get 3 guys like that, rim protection, could rim run. He's a little doofy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You can hit free throws. That'll keep you on the court. You gotta get your rhythm in order, Jamarian.
Yeah, but sometimes guys like that, we just need somebody to disrupt things, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes being awkward and a little doofy sometimes works.
Yeah, just
guys think about, you know what I mean, when they going in that paint, you know, as far as like them little floaters and layups. Listen, they see big bodies like that, man. It changes everything.
Salute to you, Anarchy. What's going on? Hawk Purdy needs more work, but KOLEK is ready. Ready. He's ready out here. Looks like a pure point guard. Yeah, he's all right. You got a couple more minutes, AllBall?
I got about 2-3 minutes.
Oh man, hold on. Do I gotta get your opinion first? We just seen. Maybe I'll cut it up, but JJ Redick was just asked again. I guess about the Bronny James thing. He goes, "Oh God," about the Bronny James thing, and he compared him. He said, "No, he's a working project," and he compared Bronny James to Lou Dort. And that's the projection, it seems like. You know, guaranteed $8 million for a future Lou Dort from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Please give us your reaction to that.
I'm going to be honest, man. Love and Hip Hop, Lakers edition. They might as well start showing the Lakers games on VH1. Just show the whole season on VH1. Like, and just have like Ray J and all them at the games, Blueface and all of them. Like, let's just go all the way. Like, this is just, everybody seems like robots. Like, every time now when JJ Redick talk, it's almost like the Terminator. It's just like, yo, man, they just gonna continue to lie about this kid, on this kid. Like, I'm not gonna lie though, they poker face. Listen, I want JJ Redick. If I'm playing poker, because they poker face when it comes to Bronny James, is legendary. Legendary. They ain't got nothing on Phil Ivey. Look at they poker face. Oh my God. What? Listen, man, this is crazy. This is so out of control. It's not even funny. Like, I love trolling Laker fans because I'm a big Knicks guy. I love trolling LeBron fans. But it's getting to the point now where it's like, it's not even fun no more. It's like, yo, man, and the kid is not making it any better because he's just horrible on the floor. Horrible. And then they got the nerve to show 2 plays and be like, yo, he's a good player. He's a menace on defense. What? Listen, man. Look at JJ Redick. Look. Arms folded. It's just like, yo, man. This is... When they say LeBron is the GOAT, he's definitely the GOAT to getting his way.
Right.
He's definitely the GOAT of things going his way. This thing is hilarious. I cannot wait for the NBA season to start. I cannot wait to see JJ Redick on the sideline. I really can't. Listen, this is going to be like watching a sitcom. Like, this is really a sitcom. So all I got to say for it is the Lakers organization got the best poker faces of all time. Listen, if you're a female and you want to be in a relationship where you like to be lied to, date anybody from the Lakers. If you want to be lied to, date anybody from the Lakers. They are all habitual liars.
Hold on, that's kind of dirty macking though. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, we got to keep it real. Listen, if you want a guy to tell you he love you, he miss you, I give you anything you want. I'm a guy for you. I'm never going to cheat. Know when he lying.
That purple and gold.
Come on, man. Come on, man. The poker face is crazy.
Purple and gold. Sold.
Exact. That game, the last Summer League game, when they interviewed JJ Redick, I don't even think he blinked. Like, that's how disciplined these guys is on lying about Bronny James. Listen, I don't know what's
what he
going
said
on.
real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's hear a little bit,
You
please.
dealt with him so far, and how do you plan on managing that between balancing him playing here in Vegas with your main team, potentially with the South Bay Lakers? What have those conversations, what's that thought process been like so far?
Yeah, Bronny and I have had a number of conversations. I actually had a conversation with him yesterday after practice.
Of course, your conversations. You know, his father is your man.
He's a development player. That's how we're looking at Bronny. He's certainly going to spend time with the Lakers. He will spend time as well in the G League. You know, as we sort of build out our player development program, he's going to be an important part of that. And what I've communicated to him right now, what we're looking for is defensive ball pressure. I told him this yesterday. I said, I don't care if you have 10 fouls. I don't care if you get blown by. What I do care about is if you're on the ball and you're 3 feet off the ball. Like, you have to be a guy that's a ball hawk at all times. We're going to develop his shot. We'll develop his ball skills. He's already got a great feel. He has a really good instinctive nature on the defensive end. I thought the third game in the Cali Classic, he made 8 or 9 really good defensive plays. We used the example yesterday. We were at the
enough is enough.
So hold on. I don't care how many times you get blown by. I don't care how many fouls you have.
Right.
Just be on the ball. That shows you can't be on the ball if you're going to get blown by in fouls. What is instinctive? Like, explain that, JJ. Like, you know, we all got 6th grade education over here, brother. Like what's going on, man? What I told you. The poker face, you look, as soon as he started the folding arms and poker face.
He said, JJ looked like he holding a fart every time they ask him about Bronny.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Legendary, man. Listen, I love it. I can't wait. This season, Lord have mercy. Yo, listen.
My issue was this. Once you mention Lou Dort,
yo, bro.
Do you understand that Lou Dort was undrafted? Undrafted. You know part of the reason why he was undrafted? He didn't have a left hand.
So
I keep forgetting to shout out this guy at from the Ringer. O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell. He breaks down games. He breaks down like Mikal Bridges and Lou Dort's game. He didn't have a left hand. He worked on that. That's why he didn't come into the league. Bronny James ain't got a left or a right. He ain't got a jumper.
I'm gonna leave on this note, right? Mike Tyson, the great Mike Tyson, top 5 greatest boxers of all time. Yeah, I'm saying it. You want to argue about it one day, we can get right to it. He said it best. When you in the ring, when you sparring, you look like the GOAT. And when you get in that ring and guys start fighting back, the whole mission gets changed.
Right.
We seen Bronny James at the Columbine practicing with nobody in front of him. And they said he hit 10 straight threes. They showed him running around screens with nobody there. Basically a lamp line, and everybody went berserk. Then when he got on the court where guys get hit back, like Mike Tyson said, abort mission. Listen, man, no disrespect. Get Bronny James out of here, man. Straight up. Listen, man, the funny games is over. This is going to be hilarious. I can't wait to see I just can't wait to see the Lakers just look a mess. And everybody make excuse after excuse. The new excuse is going to be LeBron James is 43, whatever age he is. And Bronny James is young. They don't have nobody. Anthony Davis it's going to be the same thing. Rookie coach, give everybody some time. This is going to be hilarious. And I'm going to be sitting with my popcorn every game watching.
Flea, I got to give props to Flea, Big Flea. I never even thought about this. The Lakers are buying all the equity on LeBron's farewell tour when he retires. I didn't even think about that. They're in such, what's that, Stockholm syndrome. They got the Stockholm syndrome. Clutch done took over so bad with LA. How the hell y'all didn't draft Tyler KOLEK? The need for the Lakers is point guard. Somebody who could drop the ball off to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis with Rondo was insane. Like, once again, CAA, La Cosa Rosa. Some of us, I see you guys trying to flip the name La Rosa Nostra, La Nostra Rosa. It is La Cosa Rosa, that rose thing. They drafted Tyler KOLEK. They're telling you how to work nepotism the right way. That's what we do on this side.
I watched a young man miss an alley-oop dunk. I watched him get shaked out his boots. Like, come on, man. So,
bro, he said, I saw 8 or 9 plays. They're going to build on that. Fine. Okay, cool. You saw what you saw. I'm not going to. But don't tell me he was Lou Dort 18, 19.
But what A did not see, my thing is, I don't want to kick the young man while he's down because I'm not really into that. But what 8 or 9 plays you saw? Because I didn't see one that made me say this kid is NBA ready. I haven't seen one. Don't tell me what, because he could cut to the basket. I could do that. What are we talking about?
It's not about kicking anybody while they're down, because if he was on the Knicks drafted Bronny James with the 55th pick. We saw him in the summer leagues. We'd be going crazy just like this.
Nobody was going to draft him, so that we can't even say that. Let's be for real. Nobody was going to draft him but the Lakers.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Come on, man.
But now it makes sense why LaFlop went to JJ Podcast instead of Draymond.
Of course. Well, listen, man. I got to go. Got to run. Knicks Rehab. Best basketball talk in town. Please, everybody, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, hey, this is my, this is my other voice. This is the, please, brother, help us out. But listen, man, hey, love you, lady deaf man, Knicks Rehab, Big Flea, Down Dropper, Fabian, AllBall TV. We are in the building. All ball suckers.
You know who I be. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the members to continue showing love. That's keeping the oxygen flowing. We got to be realistic about how business is ran. The memberships help. We're gonna set up the Cash App soon. We're gonna get sponsors soon. I hate to get commercialized, because when you go commercial, you got to be careful who you're linked with, because we want to be able to say what we want. Keep it 1,000. But it's that 9 o'clock hour. I totally appreciate you guys. The comments, that's what keeps us going. SF Wisdom. SF Wisdom is a little ratchet. That's why he got the wisdom. You got to be a little ratchet to understand where you go wrong. That's where you get the wisdom from. He's a little crazy. He said Bronny James. He said, oh, I can't play that. They saying Bronny's the one who tried to pop 45. We're going to leave on that note. I'm out of here. What am I doing? I'm wilding. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Oh, two more seconds. I ain't seen Mr. McCormick in a minute. I've been shouting you out for a little bit now, Mr. McCormick. I was St. Anthony's alum. You saw Dan Hurley as a gym teacher, legendary. Great show. Thank you, John Smith. Juan Smerito. I got to come up with a Spanish name for Smith. How do you say Smith in Spanish? Smith. Yeah, because his name is John. I call him Juan. Like when I played John Madden back in the day, I used to call it Juan Madden. Because, Dominicano in the house. Herrera? Smith is Herrero in Spanish? Juan Herrero. We're going to confirm if that's how you translate Smith. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a great day. I didn't give you all the weather, but it was raining last night. It was crazy. So should be a little more free zone out here. It's 82 degrees, partly cloudy for the day. Very low chance of rain today. 15 says it goes up to 15% tonight, it looks like, guys. So enjoy your day. It's going to be a high of 93 degrees, it looks like. 93 degrees by 3 p.m. So get your suntan lotion, get your sunscreen. You already know. Jorge Juans. How you say Jones in Spanish? We're going to look that up too. Jorge, what's going on, man? Enjoy your day, guys.